Sergio Perez's future in Formula One has been one of the most talked about stories in recent months, and now, after a challenging 2024 season, he's officially stepping away from Red Bull. But despite his departure, Perez is far from finished with the sport, and his father, Antonio Perez, has a message that will shock and excite fans alike. After struggling through a difficult year where public pressure mounted and his future at Red Bull came under intense scrutiny, Perez confirmed that he would be stepping back from his race seat at the end of the 2024 season. His performance was often compared to teammate Max Verstappen's dominance, and this, combined with the unrelenting pressure from the media and fans, made his position increasingly fragile. Yet, despite everything, Perez remains undeterred. But as one chapter closes, another is set to open, and according to his father, the best is yet to come for Checo Perez. In a passionate message to the media, Antonio Perez declared, "The best version of Checo Perez is yet to come. Everybody is going to be very happy and very proud." This statement has sparked hope and excitement not only for Perez, but also for his fans around the world, many of whom have been following his journey through the highs and lows of F1. For a driver who has battled for years to prove himself, this message is not only an affirmation of his future, but it's also a sign that Perez's story is far from over. This bold statement is especially significant considering how many people doubted Perez's ability to continue at the top level after his departure from Red Bull. His exit from the team was inevitable in the eyes of many, but according to his father, the challenges Perez faced were simply part of his growth. Antonio Perez insists that what's coming for his son will exceed all expectations, and he believes the very best is yet to come for the Mexican driver. Now, the real question that everyone is asking, what does the future hold for Perez? With his time at Red Bull coming to an end, all eyes are on where he will go next. Perez has confirmed that he'll continue to work with Red Bull in 2025, but not in the way fans might expect. He will be involved in some of Red Bull's promotional activities and show runs, keeping a presence in the F1 world as he plans his next steps. The bigger question that looms over Perez is whether he will find a new race seat. While many are speculating on his future, the options available to him in F1 are scarce. The grid is incredibly competitive, with only 20 spots up for grabs each season. Many of those spots are already taken by rising stars or drivers who have long-term contracts. However, Perez's wealth of experience, consistent results, and his proven ability to handle pressure make him an attractive option for teams looking for stability and expertise. Could another team take a chance on the experienced Mexican driver? Teams like Alfa Romeo, Williams, or even Alpine could be potential destinations for Perez. He has already proven that he can adapt to different teams and situations, and it's very likely that his adaptability could help him secure another competitive seat. Perez has consistently performed well in various racing environments, even when things weren't ideal at Red Bull. This skill set, combined with his racing intelligence, makes him an asset to any team willing to invest in him. Alternatively, it's possible that Perez may choose a different path altogether. As Formula One evolves with the changing landscape of motorsport, some drivers have chosen to explore different racing series, whether that's Formula E, endurance racing, or even establishing themselves as mentors or team managers. Perez has always been committed to racing, but it's clear that he's also keen to continue contributing to the sport in a meaningful way, even if that means stepping outside the spotlight of the F1 grid for a while. Antonio Perez's belief in his son's potential is unwavering. Despite the challenges that Sergio has faced, his father remains convinced that the best years of his racing career are still ahead of him. "The best years of Checo Perez's racing career were at Red Bull," said Antonio Perez, reflecting on the monumental growth his son has experienced with the team. He acknowledges that the sport is incredibly tough, with fierce competition for those coveted race seats. The pressure to perform at the highest level, alongside the rivalry with teammate Max Verstappen, has certainly made Perez's life difficult at times. But for Antonio, the experience with Red Bull was invaluable, and he's not angry or resentful toward the team. "We have to thank Red Bull a lot," he said, showing his gratitude for the success and development that his son achieved during his time with them. Perez had the opportunity to race alongside Verstappen, one of the most dominant drivers of this era, and that experience will undoubtedly shape his future decisions. Perez Sr. also made a statement about the nature of the motorsport world, emphasizing the cutthroat business of F1. "There are over 7 billion people in the world, and only a handful of seats on the grid," he said. This is a powerful reminder that simply making it to Formula One is an extraordinary achievement in itself. For Perez to have been a consistent figure in the sport for over a decade, competing at the highest level, speaks volumes about his talent and resilience. Despite the immense pressure and the disappointment of leaving Red Bull, Antonio Perez is confident that his son's future is brighter than ever. "What is coming will be historic, I assure you," he said with complete confidence. These words are not just about his son's return to racing, they are a promise of greatness. This is a declaration of belief that Checo's best moments are still ahead, and there are many more milestones to come. What does the future hold? So, what does this all mean for Sergio Perez? Will he be back in a competitive seat sooner than expected? Can he prove all the doubters wrong and make a major comeback in the sport? With the Perez family's unwavering belief and his determination to succeed, it's clear that the story is far from over. Perez's journey in Formula One isn't just about his results on the track, it's about his resilience, his ability to overcome the toughest challenges, and his refusal to give up when things get tough. He's proven time and again that he can rise to the occasion, and despite all the difficulties, he's still one of the most respected and admired drivers on the grid. Whether he races again in F1 or continues to carve a new path in the world of motorsport, one thing is for certain, Sergio Perez's legacy will be defined by more than just his time at Red Bull. His father's words ring true. The best version of Checo Perez is yet to come. With big things on the horizon, it's only a matter of time before the world sees the very best of him. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Do you think Sergio Perez can make a spectacular return to the F1 grid, or will his next move be something entirely different? Make sure to subscribe for more updates on Perez's future and all things Formula One.